Hello guys, I am Baron Vapes. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be comparing the Voltrove version 1 to the Aromamizer Titan by Steam Crave and the Voltroves by Modfather. Thank you and I hope you enjoy. So, we are going to start off with, where's the camera? There. There we go. The Voltrove. When I heard about these, I originally was kind of, I don't think, I thought they were a gimmick, more or less. I thought they were impractical. And then I started using one and came to love it. But what you get in your packaging is a warning card, blah blah blah. I shouldn't say blah blah blah, but then your Voltrove, this is the V1, which is currently not in production anymore. They have the V2s out. If you go to voltrove.com, you can purchase one. The V2s are a bit better flavor, better airflow, you know, stuff like that. I just cleaned this, so that's why it's a little steamed up. But you get your Voltrove. This does not come with it. I have a person who makes my custom drip tips. And then you get a baggie of goodies and an extra glass tank. So let's compare that really quick with the Titan Aromamizer. And the Titan, let me get them side by side. You'll see you get your Titan. You get your Titan. It's about this, almost exactly the same size as the Voltrove by Steam Crave. And then you will get, you know, your manual, a tool of some sort, a sticker. Manual has a warning on it, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then you will get the normal glass tube, and then a buku, I mean just a ton of stuff. You can make it a velocity style deck. Right now it's a flat top deck. And then you get 2 extra glasses for the shorty conversion, which the Voltrove V2 comes with, but sadly they weren't thinking about that when they made the V1. A few guys custom do the V1s, they can make them that way, that's awesome. But I just want to show you that side by side. Okay, so pros and cons of the Voltrove. I'll start with cons. I'm going to puff on these after the video, but the cons are essentially when you fill this up, when it's halfway, say you, I mean, no matter how you pack your cotton, I've asked multiple people this, when you have this halfway full and you don't let it go all the way down to the bottom and to fill it up, when you fill this up from halfway and up, it leaks. That's my biggest pet peeve of this. Some people, it might not bother them as much, but to me that's my biggest pet peeve. The wicking is fairly simple. I'll open this up to actually show you. Here is actually your reservoir. Screws off the bottom. You pull out. There's some clean cotton and some brand new coils. And essentially, to make it work, you have to line the notches up. You see those two little notches up, and there you go, right there. You line the two notches up this way, and then that makes this perfect seal for it. It's got this conical type shape right here, and then straight all the way through. And then, of course, you fill your juice through the top cap, which both of the tops on here, you are never, you can literally pour juice in these holes. These are my personal collections. I bought them myself, so one thing there's not really that many comments for this one, and I'm not just being biased. I don't like stainless steel. That's just me being nitpicky. I like gunmetal, black, purple, that kind of colors, obviously my ring. The airflow is probably more airflow, if I'm to be honest, than the Titan. But that comes with its own set of flaws in a way. Everything about this thing, I actually just cleaned, and it has no juice on it. And it just, everything pops on, fit and finish. I would give this for fit and finish a probably 10 out of 10. And that's me saying it's excellent, 100%. 6 out of 10 would be me saying it's, your everyday, you just walk in and then go get you a baby beast or something like that. Just your everyday tank, atomizer, whatever. So that is the Voltrove. Then we pop back over here to the Steam Crave. And here's their description of the Titan. You can do that to it. Right now it's got the big tank, and there's the shorty tank, and then you can actually, this is a big pro in my opinion, make it to where it holds, it had probably like 5 mils of juice. That's probably about all you'll get, but it has to where you just connect the metal to the metal. That's pretty nice in my opinion. I do like that they give you a sticker. That's pretty sweet. I don't know why. I collect stickers. I like stickers. They both got this velvety kind of thing going on. Voltrove came out first with the big tank, so I think it's more of a, how do I, stay like the competitor and make the money. And so far, Steam Crave's doing nice about it. Just not saying copying, but one thing I will say is generally everything that this kit comes with is it's pretty decent quality. I do not prefer shorty. One thing you gotta understand about these tanks, once you shorten them, then you get more, I guess you would say, spit back or something of that nature. It's very hot vape, and personal preference, I don't like that. So for this, as you know, I think this is just a 810 drip tip, double O-ring, kind of like your classic, what are they called? smocks, smocks, whatever, Princes and all that. They come with the same drip tip. Kind of like that. So that's easy to change out. I do not like the material this top cap is made of. I think it's super chintzy. I'm sure it's steel, but it is very thin. Their threading is kind of gritty. And if you don't get it on right every time, it's just hard to get it, to find it. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to keep that off. This has something that the V1 doesn't, but the V2 does. Juice control. I don't care for juice control either way. And this juice control, I mean, I'm trying to show you, is the most unruly thing I've ever felt my entire life. I think that they really, I mean, there's no way to juice it up, make it easier, or anything like that. I mean, I've been working with this, trying to just loosen it, and right now it's locked, so I gotta probably open that back up. I do not like the juice control on this. I do see a purpose for juice control. I just do not like it on this. And the airflow. I don't see a point to have three kinds of, it's on both sides, three kinds of airflow. If you are vaping out of this, I highly doubt you are going to need that tiny of an airflow. You're going to want the biggest airflow you can get. And I do like the design. Oh, shit. That's even hard to do. I do like that design. But one thing I will say, comparing the two, I do not like the build quality and the machining near as much. I mean, on this, I can't stand half the stuff about it. Actually, I'll show you the bottom deck real quick. But one thing, I'm still on the topic of the airflow. Well, that's not supposed to happen. There we go. So, as you see, we have that's the airflow. It's got these locks in it, and they are a bitch. And then, of course, the deck is very similar to the Voltrove, except for the notches are a little bit bigger, and instead of holes, they have slots on each side. One thing I'll say is this juiced up, taking this thing apart's a nightmare for me. I don't know. I don't know why they have their tolerances so tight. Ugh, I'm tearing up that O-ring. Damn it. I juiced this up before too. Let's put that back on. But in my personal opinion, the flavor on this, the airflow's not as much. And I think it's partly due to the mesh. But I don't know why. I just get better flavor out of the Titan. I prefer the flavor over the Titan. I mean, I prefer the Titan's flavor over the Voltrove. But the machining is garbage. I don't care for it. Maybe that's me being way too nitpicky, but it's just... Well, see, this won't even pop in right. But, there we go. leave it up to yourself which one you purchase. Honestly, I hear the V2 Voltrove is top of the line, and it's going to be made with that high quality American craftsmanship and heavy metal as the V1. You can actually pick up drip tips for both of these, and at I'll actually link a shop. You contact them in a message form or call them, ask for Tilbury, and he can sell you drip tips. They got them for the Voltrove. They got them for the Modfather RTA. He has 810 drip tips. Well, I'll fill these up and hit them and give you my final thoughts. Thank you. I'm back. I have the Voltrove sitting on the Authentic Hammer of God. I don't know what version this is, but it's just beautiful with my custom drip tip. And then I got the Titan sitting on this Wismec Relow version 3. My mod is that I actually have a mod that's coming back to me in the mail today that this usually sits on. But what I wanted to say was I'm gonna hit these, give you my final thoughts, and then yeah, that should be it. If you guys ever need any juice, I will have a link in the description. Tater Juice, he makes wonderful, I'm telling you, wonderful top-notch juices. I will actually be doing a review on his juices within a couple weeks. And I actually have some other reviews coming out sooner. Thanks for tuning in to Baron Vapes, and I appreciate it. Thank you.